Hi guys, it's Melanie again. I know I haven't put out a video in probably close to a week, mostly because I've been extremely sick lately and my throat's still kind of messed up right now. So I apologize if you can't really hear me or understand me, but I do have a few videos and some of them may be broken up into parts because, as we know, I only have 15 minutes because I don't have the thing set up to where I can make my videos longer. So I'm going to try and go through some of these things as quickly as possible. And if you're still interested, go ahead and watch part 2. Well, this video is going to be about apartments. Now, I know a lot of people that I know are moving out of their parents' house or just finished, their first or second year of college, and are getting an actual apartment instead of one of the dorms. And they'd ask for a few tips and any suggestions. So I figured maybe somebody on YouTube could be wondering the same thing. Of course, you could ask your parents, grandparents, or friends who have already moved out, but maybe you want a different source. Maybe see if they didn't cover anything. Now, the first thing obviously is going to be safety. If you're living by yourself, or even if you have a roommate, which I hope you're not just grabbing some random person off the street. I hope it's like somebody you know and can trust, and that they're not going to be, stupid and inviting random people over, because that kind of spells disaster. Just saying, not everybody's like that, but there are quite a few people in the world who are. So enough with that whole thing. My hands look big like this. Anyways, I'm going to stay focused today. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is figure out your price range of what you can afford. If you are going with a roommate, try to find a place that you can afford by yourself in case your roommate does leave you. Like, just leaves you high and dry and you still have a few months left on the lease, so you're not in a hole. So make sure you always have enough to where you can cover the rent by yourself. Even if you're splitting the rent, it still helps if you can cover it in case they do leave. And Google, once you find the place you want, Google crime rates in that area. Try to find a secure building, which by secure I mean has a vestibule, which if you don't know what that is, it's that little hallway in front of the building to where you can walk in, you have to enter an apartment number, and they